was wondering what will happen to all the gas stations as we transition to electric vehicles. I'm an architect, and I never really thought that gas stations were great buildings. They can be seen everywhere in cities, suburbs, small towns, and along highways. Gas stations are a very visible symbol of our dependence on fossil fuels and the automobile. Why should we care what happens to gas stations? They occupy key locations in our landscape and are a critical part of the way we move from place to place. As the number of gas stations declines, it is important that we figure out how these locations will transform. This provides an opportunity for the reuse of these sites at these important locations in ways that could benefit local communities. To take advantage of these opportunities, strategic thinking is needed to understand the environmental, social, and economic constraints. How can we meet the challenges we face in resilience and mobility? New ideas need to be shared with communities to give them the chance to understand the potential for these sites and plan for the future. Climate change makes this more urgent. It's time to take action now. There are a number of forces accelerating the demise of the traditional gas station, none more so than the electric vehicle. Legislation, local, state, and federal, supports the EV evolution. Recently, the federal government has passed legislation with incentives that are expected to encourage the transition to electric vehicles. New York State has set a goal of reaching 850,000 zero-emission vehicles by 2025, and for all new passenger vehicles to be zero-emission by 2035. As a result of this legislation, investors and automakers are now moving more quickly to make these changes happen. Another force, which will decrease the need for traditional gas stations while increasing the number of electric vehicles on our roadways, is the easy access our society has to electricity. Charging locations are inherently more flexible than gas stations. We have the possibility to charge our EV at home, at work, in a retail store parking lot, or even on the street. On top of this, today we are more likely to use electronic navigation to find a charging station, so we are less dependent on using prominent street corners for refueling locations. While we want to encourage the transition to EVs because of the many environmental benefits they provide, we have to recognize that buying an electric vehicle will continue to be out of reach for many people for some time to come. And as the commercial viability of gas stations declines, we must factor in the needs of lower-income neighborhoods as we repurpose these filling stations or risk creating an uneven patchwork of these stations for those without electric vehicles. These neighborhoods often suffer from higher levels of air pollution and transportation inequity. It's a matter of social justice. The first dedicated gas station in the U.S. was opened around 1905. Over the years, designs have evolved into larger structures with more features and refined design ideas. The early gas stations were basic sheds that housed the station attendant with a small office, a restroom, and storage space. Eventually, canopies were added over the refueling areas to shelter the car and the attendant during fueling. These became distinctive elements used to identify gas stations and their respective brands. It is somewhat surprising to learn that gas stations don't usually make most of their profits from gasoline. Usually most of the money comes from food and household items sold inside the store. What the gas pumps do is draw customers into the store for a beverage or a snack. Gas stations depend on a high volume of customers to be successful. The average time a customer spends at a gas station is just about 3 minutes. Will customers keep coming to the convenience store when they drive an electric car and they don't need the gas? The majority of gas stations are owned not by oil companies, but by individual operators that are licensed to sell that brand. Oil companies have stepped away from the retail part of the business. The profit is too low, and the competition between stations can be steep. This places the cost of adapting gas stations for the future on the individual operators. They will have to deal with the cost of environmental remediation of the underground storage tanks, and if they do not, the old leaking tanks can pollute groundwater. The typical small size of gas station sites further increases the relative cost of remediation, while also limiting the options for other commercial uses. As an architect, I've developed different prototypes in the Future Station project that explore how we can repurpose gas stations to meet the needs of the communities they serve. Each of these prototypes is designed to address very distinct conditions, including accessibility, mobility issues, frequency of visits, types of customers, and most importantly, local neighborhood needs. I've developed 9 prototypes across New York State covering a range of locations to demonstrate future possibilities. Locations in the Bronx, Buffalo, and Levittown show how urban sites can be adapted to serve the local communities with new uses like microfreight hubs, mobility hubs, and resilience hubs. Stations in Wyndham, Port Henry, and Watkins Glen illustrate the unique opportunities in the transition of rural sites. Adding uses like mobility hubs, resilience hubs, and EV conversion garages. Highway locations in Binghamton, on the Palisades Interstate Parkway in Tappan, and near Leroy along the New York State Thruway were studied to show how these unique stations can be adapted, making these places more comfortable for charging an EV while improving the customer's connection with nature. These prototypes demonstrate the potential benefits gas stations can provide in the future. Adaptive reuse of both urban and rural sites can allow existing structures to be used for other purposes, saving embodied carbon, and in some cases preserving historic elements. We must reinvent the gas station. Architects and planners should help local communities imagine the future, then design for their specific needs and desires. We can take an inventory and assess existing stations for future possibilities. As these changes take place, communities have opportunities to find uses for vacant station sites that could benefit the entire community. We should consider how stations can be part of the next generation of mobility, freight, and resilience networks. All of us can use our voices to ask our government to meet these changing needs and support our communities. We should discuss this with our friends and neighbors and use our purchasing power to make choices about what we buy and where we buy it. As an architect, I can imagine a future for these places that provides opportunities to clean up the sites and make social justice the center of our efforts.